Welcome to the lesson on verification and documentation of process, check, and act steps. Upon completion of this lesson, learners will be able to explain the check and act steps of the PDCA cycle and assess the effectiveness of an implemented corrective action. After a CAPA team has implemented a solution which focuses on the root cause of the problem, the team must then evaluate the effectiveness of this solution. If a company can find an easy solution to a problem that truly improves their overall quality, it is important that this solution be thoroughly documented so that it can be replicated elsewhere. Once the solution has been implemented and given some time to operate, then it is evaluated to determine if the problem was truly solved. To evaluate the effectiveness of your solution, follow-up quality tests on the system should be completed and documented. Data should be collected on the performance measures for the new system and compared to the baseline data collected earlier in the CAPA process. The project is considered to be a success if the performance measures show significant improvements from the original system. If the solution is successful, we expect to see changes in the system that reduce the number of quality issues, reduce the severity of the problems, and improve overall customer satisfaction. Also, when evaluating a solution, it is important to ask yourself these questions. Were the corrective actions fully implemented? Did the solution address the root cause of the problem and not just the symptoms? Are affected employees aware of the corrective changes made? Does the solution keep the problem from occurring again? These questions can help the CAPA improvement team determine if they should permanently adopt these changes, if they should refine their solution, or if they should abandon this solution altogether. If the answer to each of these questions is yes, then the implemented solution should be made a permanent change to the system. If not, then the CAPA process should be repeated to make appropriate changes to the system to truly solve the problem. If the solution is effective and addresses the root cause of the problem, then the implemented changes should be made permanent. Steps should be taken to make sure that the new procedures stay in place and that workers do not revert to using the old procedures. The first step to ensuring solution permanence is to make sure that all affected employees know the changes that have been made to the system and are trained to use the new methods. Additionally, the training procedures for new employees should be updated to reflect the changes. Finally, controls should be implemented to help remind workers to use the new methods. This could be as simple as posting a reminder notice in the affected workspace. When implementing corrective and preventive actions, it is very important to document every step of the process thoroughly in a corrective action report, also known as CAR. This documentation allows managers to track and monitor the progress of the CAPA process. Also, if the project is successful, the company may wish to implement these changes in other production facilities. If the process has been documented thoroughly, then it will be easy for the other facilities to be able to replicate the corrective actions taken. There are software programs available that help you create corrective action reports, but these programs are not required to properly record a CAPA process. Non-electronic forms and reports can be just as effective if done thoroughly. The important thing is that the CAPA process is recorded according to the methods designated by your company. In summary, a CAPA project must be evaluated after its implementation to determine if it effectively improved the system or not. If the process is effective, we will see some changes in the system that reduce the number of quality issues, reduce the severity of the problems, and improve overall customer satisfaction. Lastly, it is important that the CAPA process is thoroughly documented to track the progress of the project and keep records of the changes that were made to the system. It is also beneficial to have documentation of the process if the improvement is truly effective at improving the system's quality. Thank you.